All right, we live, we live. We did it, 14 days. All right, just give a few minutes, let some folks check in and join us. 14 days. Started December 11th. Today is the 24th. So we're checking in. Just want to say a few things. Really, I don't have really much or a whole lot to say. I just wanted to, if anything, I needed definitely to check in today. We did it. So if y'all all did the fast with me, we started on the 11th. Today is the 24th. I feel great. I feel amazing. My energy is good. On day 10, I had a little bit of hunger, and I think that's important for me to mention because the last few years I've done probably about 10 days, with this fast. So what happens is I I think what it was, my body remembering that, okay, you did 10 days, all right, time to eat, initiated a little hunger, but it wasn't anything. I just probably drunk a little more juice that day. And day 11, it was just, I was back in rhythm. Again, no hunger pains. For me, the journey still continues. I will be going at least into the new year. So that would make 21 days. And who knows? At that point, maybe I continue. The thing is with, doing juice fasting, you're eating essentially. You're bringing in nutrition, so it's not truly a fast in the sense that we are withholding nutrition, as in, let's say, distilled water or dry fasting, which is very intense. I normally don't recommend that folks do that unless you are being supervised. Like, there are actually centers that do that. But I will say that the healing is more intense. But with juice fasting, I think we can get the best of both worlds. Most of us don't eat enough fruits and vegetables. So to be able to have this extended time to enjoy them in a juice form is really, I feel like we're getting the benefits of a fast. It's not as intense as dry or water fasting, but my experience, water fasting can be tricky. It could be dangerous depending on if you have really some serious toxemia in your body. Because what the body does is it autolyzes those toxins. It feeds off those toxins, which is the healing in and of itself, which is why we need to do fasting. No matter how good your diet is, if you're not fasting, you're not healthy, or you don't know. Because the thing is that we're not designed to eat every day. Most people eat every day as this is something that we should do, and that's fine. That's great, but we really don't. One of the things about eating is that we really are not able to truly enjoy food until we miss it. The absence makes the heart grow fonder. I mean, everyone in relationships knows that. So our first relationship is our relationship with food. So we got to miss the food because what will end up happening, and again, this is no matter if you all raw, all organic, all of this, that, and the third. The body will force you to shut it down at some point. Again, no matter how clean you eat or how good you eat, if you're bringing in any significant amount of fats and proteins, uh, the body, again, these are building block foods, and we're, for most of us, I mean, we're fully matured. We don't need. Sure, we could use a little protein, a little fat as far as maintenance, but we really don't need to be eating all this heavy starch, heavy protein, heavy amounts of cream and fat, and you know, uh, those things are going to lodge in the system. They're going to ultimately create colds and inflammation, irritation, which will later could later lead to tumors, whether they be fibroid tumors or you know in indigestion. Um, these things are going to build up in the system. Our digestive system, it's a long tube that wraps all in our body, and so we really need to be eating a water-based diet, which is largely fruits and vegetables, for eating a lot of fat. So the thing is, like, even eating lots of fruits and vegetables, it's just really a good spiritual practice. If you're on this path and you're following this lifestyle, it's a good spiritual practice to withhold from food. Ideally in a juice form. Your energy is, like I said, you really experience the high and the joy, the true joy of life, when we're able to, really not really take eating out of the question. Sure, I love to eat more than anyone. Any chef, anybody who's good with making food is going to enjoy food, enjoy eating food, because when you become a chef, you're a chef for yourself first. And if you make good food, then you appreciate making good food because you want to taste good food. So, so yeah. So again, congratulations to everyone who completed the 14-day fast. I will be continuing at least through till 2022, and I'm gonna, wish everybody. I'm sure everybody may be home with family and holidays, and taking a break. So again, just a warm regards to all of your families and your loved ones. I know this is a special time for me. This is what I consider the beginning of the new year, at least starting tomorrow, because this is the last day of the winter solstice. So this is the last day that the sun reaches its, that solstice period, being that 4-day period where it appears to stand still. That's what solstice means in the sky. And then it sort of starts to make its ascent towards longer days in the northern hemisphere, or the northern inner circle, as I like to say. So this is the beginning of the sun's journey back towards the inner circle, or the northern hemisphere. And so in reference to the sun, it is this tomorrow marks the new year. And so, being in alignment with that, as far as fasting, ending out the year, doing your reflections, doing your meditation and prayer, doing your journaling. So I hope that this is a rejuvenative time. This is a hibernation of time of sorts. It's definitely a time to, again, reflect, project, and also, visualize, to project what you would like in the future. I've certainly put in a lot of work with myself personally, and what I would like to see as far as my next steps and future direction. And this is the time. This is the time to really plant those seeds, for the future harvest. I've explained it before. There's no more right time for impregnation of ideas, thoughts, wishes, hopes, dreams than this time, right here, right now, December 21st to the 24th. And we really make it official by doing fasting. If we're doing fasting during this time, other than the health reasons that we do fast. So, um, I just wanted to get on here real quick and just say a few words. If there's questions, I'll take some questions, but otherwise, I'm just keep it short and sweet. And let me just read this comment by So True. Even eating once per day, when you sit to eat, instead of shoveling food into your mouth, you really connect with each element in the meal of appreciation and exploration. Yes, absolutely. Well said. Yes, one meal a day should be the only meal that you eat. Thanks for mentioning that. And really, for 2022, I think what a lot of you need to think about is not just using the practice of eating once a day, but also approaching every day as a potential fasting day. I mean, you definitely want to have your once a week fasting schedule. Like that should be automatic. Like one day a week, give yourself a break at the very minimum. And then the days that you eat, one meal a day. Okay. And then, if you're, if female, I recommend fasting with your moon cycle, or the actual moon. For us men, I like to fast with the sun cycle. So this is the end and beginning of the new sun cycle, and then we have the solstices and equinoxes. So, but really, any day. I mean, we really just eat mostly for entertainment. And once we sort of can get out of that habitual practice of entertaining ourselves, not really truly being hungry, but just truly entertaining ourselves, I think we would definitely see a higher level. I know for a fact, we'll see a higher level of health. So, with that being said, again, I want to thank y'all for, appreciate y'all joining me. If you'd like to donate, if you've been inspired, the Cash App here on YouTube, Kepra Raw, KHEPRARAW. Small, large donations will be greatly appreciated, for the work and the inspiration that I've provided. Appreciate that. So again, thank you all again. And I guess I'll check in a couple of days. I will be leaving Panama on the 31st, so I'll be back in Washington D.C. And I'll be, just hit me up, and I'll be letting y'all know what I'm up to. All right, all right. Well, again, happy holidays, happy New Year, and I will see y'all in a couple of days. Peace, love, and blessings.